born leader, like I said, the new age leader, Siddhartha.
Well, hundreds of books have written on the subject. Almost every speaker in the world has spoken on leadership. The fact is that every organization, whether it's a small school, college, a public sector company, a private sector company, or even the political class, everybody makes sure that their team goes through the lectures on leadership. But the fact is, despite so much talks on leadership, the biggest problem that our country faces today is dearth of good leaders. So why does it happen? Well, we'll try and see. But in this new age of social media, new age of information, new age of wastage, new age of rising aspirations, we actually need the new age leader. Now, of course, I'm not going to discuss a lot of things because obviously there are no time, but we are going to discuss 3 small things which I feel can make you become a good leader. So ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. My first question, who all are in actually leadership position? Anybody leaders here? Okay, so after my presentation, don't kill me. Okay, that's very important. The first and foremost, long-term vision. We are living on personal basis, corporate basis, and political basis on a quarter-by-quarter numbers. Every organization that you see, the basic talk is how do we make sure that our quarter is achieved. But in case you want your organization or your country to go to the next level, we need to have long-term vision. Let me tell you a very small story about 2 people, Epimetheus and Prometheus, of Greek origin. Epimetheus was also called afterthought. Now one day, Zeus tells him that you go to the mankind and give them all the gifts. So Epimetheus starts his journey, he walks on. But before he meets man, he meets all kinds of animals. So he starts giving gifts. He gives wings to some people, he gives teeth, he gives strength, he gives skin. But by the time he reaches man, nothing is left. Everything is finished. Why? Because he had no long-term thinking. Every time he used to meet some animal, he used to give him the gift because he wanted their adulation. But by the time he reached man, nothing was left. On the other side, Prometheus, also known as the foresight, what he did, he realized if man lives like this, he's not going to survive. How he's going to survive the animals? How he's going to survive the cold? He needs something. And he gave them the most powerful weapon available till date, which was fire. Because he knew that in long term, if man has to survive, he needs fire. But what happened to him? What Zeus did to him? He said that your liver and heart will be eaten by an eagle every night. Every morning, it will be generated again, and every night, you have to go through this pain again. Isn't that what we do in our corporate lives? Anybody who talks about, I am giving you a solution which will make this quarter very good, we praise him. Anybody who comes and says, I am giving you a solution which may be harmful in short term, may not give you the returns in the next 2 quarters, but in 3 years will make our organization grow further. What do we do to him? Shut up. We don't want to listen because we live quarter by quarter. Whether it's an organization or political parties. Political parties in the government take decisions based on when my next state election is going to happen, when my next municipality election is going to happen, even not for 5 years. Because nobody is investing long term. In case you have to be a good leader, you have to start with long-term vision. Let me go to my next point, because it is connected to the long-term vision. The decision making. Today's leaders are absolutely undecisive. A lot of times you have to take decisions of forgiveness, of punishment, but most of the time you give warning or you are indecisive. Let me tell you a small story again. It's about Lord Ram. Lord Ram and Vishwamitra were going in a jungle. So Vishwamitra takes Ram to Rishi Gautam's hermitage. He says, here is the rock, please touch it. Why? Because that rock was Ahilya. She was punished because she was doing infidelity. But Vishwamitra told Ram, time has come to forgive her. So touch the stone by her foot, and he touched, and the stone became Ahilya, and she went to heaven. They moved on. Within 15 minutes, they met another woman, which was Tadaka. And Vishwamitra said to Ram, kill this woman. And Ram asked, why? I have been told all my life never to harm a woman. But Vishwamitra told him, you have to do that right now. In order for bigger good, you have to kill this woman. And Ram killed Tadaka because she was a Rakshasi. Within 15 minutes, he had to take two extreme decisions. Punishment to one, which is death, and life for the other. Exactly the same problem happens with us in corporate lives. A lot of time you have to take decisions when people are not performing. You wait, never punish them. It has to change. If a person hasn't delivered, you have to take time, you have to give time. That is the first thing. You have to be compassionate, you have to forgive others. But at the same time, if the person is not performing, you have to take your decision in the government or in an organization. If you have to succeed, you have to take the right decision, which is either punishing or forgiving, but take the decision. So one soft part of the decision making and one the harder part. Now let's go to the third and foremost. This is the insecure leader. How many times it happens that you have to build a team and you never hire the best guy? Why? Because you know he's going to overtake us. And that is the biggest problem that we are facing. We never hire the good people. One more story, faster one. Ashtavakra. Now when he was in his mother's womb, his father was teaching a lot of things. Now he got so intelligent that he corrected his father in the 8th month. And what did the father do? He cursed him. He said, you are going to be twisted from 8 sides. And when he was born, he was twisted. Why? Because his father could not accept him as a son, an intelligent son. And isn't that what happens with our teachers, with our mentors? It's very difficult for them to accept that their students can overtake them. Their mentees can overtake them. And this cannot be allowed. So if you want to be a good leader, think long-term vision with good right decision-making capabilities and hiring the best of the leaders, and you will have these leaders possible. Thank you.